Hi everyone, I'm Constance and it's August 14th, 2018, and it's later than I had expected to be doing this video. Um, I actually I tried to do a couple videos earlier and they weren't cutting it. So today I want to talk about Mercury retrograde. So July 26th, I'm pretty sure that's right, is when Mercury went retrograde in Leo. And as I have said before, retrograde is simply in astrology, it's the planet moving backwards. Technically, in the sky, the planet actually doesn't go backwards. It's still moving forward, but it's slowing down. So from the point of view of Earth, it looks like the planet is moving backwards. Okay, Mercury being the fastest moving planet goes retrograde a few times throughout the year and usually lasts about a few weeks. So Mercury goes direct this Sunday, August 19th. Okay, and it definitely was a player in the new moon in Leo that happened on Saturday. As it was in Leo, where the new moon in Leo is, and where the North Node is right now, and also it was at 14 degrees Leo, and the new moon happened at 18 degrees Leo, so it was only 4 degrees apart, so it was very close. And so Mercury rules two signs, both Gemini and Virgo. Okay, and I want to talk more about the Gemini aspect of it because I want to kind of start opening up the door to shared reality and communication. All right. Shared reality, at the most simplest definition, is reality shared. So that's like super simple. But to break it down a little bit more, it is communicating out into the world your thoughts, your emotions, your experiences. Okay, so you actually have a shared reality with someone, with others, whether it's an online platform or it's in person. Okay, but it is a reality that becomes shared versus just locked in your head. Okay, and as we know, a lot of being human, there's a lot of miscommunication. There's a lot of misunderstanding. There's a lot of being, naturally so integrated in our own experiences, emotionally, mentally, physically, etc. Wow, that's super loud. That it's easy to forget or to assume that others are feeling what we're feeling and thinking what we're thinking. Okay? And then it's not until we actually communicate it do we get the opportunity to know what the other person is actually thinking and feeling, and then from that conversation to have a shared reality. Okay? And as Mercury goes retrograde, generally speaking, and this retrograde in Leo, I don't know all the reasons behind it yet, but it definitely has felt like a different Mercury retrograde, and part of it's probably because of everything that's happening this summer and the transits, and then that really powerful new moon in Leo this weekend. But generally speaking, the retrograde period with like Mercury is a time to slow down and to do the REs: review, rewind, reflect, and there's a lot more REs that I'm not thinking of right now. Reevaluate, okay? And so when we think about the Gemini energy, it's very yang, it's very outward, it's about communication outward, okay? It is about interacting with your immediate environment, it is learning, and it is at its core how you connect, what you connect, and then how you communicate it, okay? And so why are the retrograde periods important? Okay, and if you think about just like how fast our brains move, how much is going on in our minds, all the things that we're connecting, beyond that we understand that we're connecting, but just the things that we're connecting that can create anxiety and stress and just can have a scattering effect, right? And then what is it, out of all those things that you're connecting, do you actually communicate, right? Do you actually prioritize to communicate? So the retrograde period is an opportunity to start slowing that process down and to start reviewing, when Mercury was direct, so the a few months before July 26th, you know, to kind of review that time period, okay? And when it's in Leo, remember the videos that I made beforehand into the new moon in Leo, you know, this is about the heart. This is about like, what is your most authentic heart shine, right? And so this is an opportunity into this week, into when it goes direct for Mercury to really review what it is that you love, what is your authentic voice. And why I do that, why do a more internal process of communication, of self-communication with oneself, is because then when you go back into that yang energy and you communicate with others, you're communicating from a place of strength, of centeredness, of groundedness. You're communicating from a place of clarity, okay, rather than confusion. You're more direct and honest in your communication. You may be able to balance, you know, the desire to please someone else or to avoid conflict and confrontation with your actual, honest, authentic voice. All right. So I think that's all I'm gonna say right now. All right.